and welcome to your December 11 to December 17 tea leaf Tasseography reading here with Red Earth Goddess. For this week, as a clairvoyant, my intuition has spoken through to the animal, the snake, has brought itself known for this week, okay? To the ancients, the snake was and has always been considered a wisdom, the most ancient wisdom, the first to ever inhabit the earth, connected to the dragons. It's also connected to dragons because dragons were also the first, you know, because they are the earth, they are of the earth, as we all are, components of the earth. But they symbolize healing, they symbolize transformation, they symbolize intelligence, even and or medicine, civilizations, and secret mysteries, okay? In front of us we have two snakes on a door handle that knocks, okay? You've been receiving a lot of messages, intuitive messages and direct messages right in front of your face. There's been signs everywhere, and I'm talking literal signs. If you can see stop sign, that's a form of a sign. If you can see bulletin board with words on it, that's a form of a sign, right? If you see that sign right there where it says snake sheds, read it. If you can read it, because there's something there for you for this week in particular, okay? So let's get this reading started. Not that I'm just making this up for shits and giggles, pardon my French, but if I am not mistaken, do you not see that snake / dragon being entity right there? Now, for those of you who are aware of the energetic serpent that is around not even just the earth, but the universe, well, depends on how you see it, and how you've studied it. The Ouroboros serpent, the cycles of nature, everything on the energetic realm manifests on the physical, right? We have a full moon that's coming up on the 13th or the 14th of this week. It's connected to Sagittarius and Gemini connected, coming together, two polar opposites. So there's going to be a lot of physical changes in terms of communications, okay? This week, it's not so much about what your wants and needs are. It can be, and it always will be, but your needs and wants are going to move, okay? It's going to shift. You're going to realize what you wanted is not what you want. You're going to realize those people that were into what you wanted are not what you want. And the snake energy is going to dissolve it away, okay? So the snake that I'm seeing here, the dragon snake that I'm seeing here, is an earth snake, okay? So this earth snake is dissolving and transmuting and transforming away those energies. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of communications taking place, okay? You are seen with recognition during this time, okay? Something that you've done within the last few weeks, something that you've said, something that you've presented. It could just be you as a person, as an individual. You stand out. And you're gaining a lot of recognition. And it's not so much about the recognition being bad or good. Any form of recognition can and will be a good thing because you're being recognized. Okay? Everybody has opinions. Everybody has perceptions. Doesn't matter. Don't get bottled up into that. Don't get mixed up into their perceptions of you. Okay? But you are gaining recognition during this time. Okay? And the information that's coming out is literally that when you sparkle, when you are speaking of your experiences, or when you are when you do speak, or when you do say things out of, I wouldn't want to call it authenticity because that's not the case right now. I mean, authenticity is a huge factor, but however, it doesn't matter if you're being or saying something in authenticity, you're still capturing. There's a spark that's within you, and you're capturing that recognition from other people during this time. It's just a natural, something that's just happening, okay? And it's happening for a good cause, and it's happening for a good reason, because internally there's that shifts, okay? We come from stardusts, and we're manifested on physical. So internally we are like a star. And when we glow inside, that star that someone sees within us sparkens their own inner star. Okay, it's like a magnetic attraction. It's like an alchemical magnetic attraction. It sparks. When you rub two rocks together and you get a fire or a spark, or when you light a match, you get a fire. It's like you're rubbing one substance to another, and it's like kabam, you know? Something manifests from it, okay? So there's that Sagittarian fiery energy, and there's going to be communications, okay, this week about that. So I know last week I brought up writing things down, and you can, of course. Writing is a form of fire too, because it does manifest. What you say, your words do manifest. It's also air, but it is also fire. Your inner fire speaking out and manifesting, working with air. Gemini is an air sign. Okay. But do be direct, because that pull and tug energy that you've been feeling in the last few weeks, there's a lot of people that have been feeling a lot of pull and tug energies, okay? That this serpent dragon has been making it clear and known to you that you've got what it takes to do what you want to do. You got what it takes, because it's you, okay? This goes for people who are entrepreneurs. This goes for people who are centered in their career. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? If you're a speaker, if you're a motivational speaker, if you're a writer, your inspiration is coming from within your life experiences during this time, and this is the recognition that you're getting is a public recognition, okay? And when I say public recognition, it doesn't have to be 1.5 million people. It doesn't have to be $1.5 million from what you're doing. Recognition to each their own. When people notice and you affect them, that's a form of recognition, okay? And if they can see and appreciate what you do, it's another form of recognition. If you affect someone, it's a recognition, okay? Because they're able to recognize. I mean, there's situations where on a subconscious level they're not able to recognize. However, you will be able to if you're able to make someone feel something during this time, okay? Yeah, definitely that snake energy. It's very grounded, because underneath it you can see the underground, the mud, the dirt of the earth, okay? Lots of breakthroughs, messages, people coming through. Listen, your guardians are around you. Your rings are about to spread, if not already. If you're not spreading them already, they're about to spread. I just feel like a lot of you during this time have a I don't give a shit attitude. And it's not a careless attitude. It's not a careless, I don't care about that person, I don't care about their feelings. It's more so about, I don't give a shit, meaning, you know what, I can't control other people's opinions towards me. They're going to think what they want to think. Everybody has their own opinions. That's fine. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be absorbed in my work. I'm going to do whatever I have to do. I'm going to make that money. I'm going to fulfill my role. Okay? And it's that admiration, it's that recognition that you're going to be getting during this time. Okay? And even if you're not in the form of a career, you're a stay-at-home mom or you're stay-at-home, whatever it is, okay? There's going to be a sensation that the snake is going to be calling out to you during this week, and you're going to receive your revelation, you're going to receive your message during the full moon. Okay, the full moon is an illumination. It's a light of the hidden, that which has been hidden from you in the past. It's coming to the forefront, okay? So it's going to be by the 13th, the 14th, or the 15th of this week. But because everybody, you know, if you really pay attention and you hear the messages, rather than get distracted by everyday stuff, if you have kids, you know, you don't really pay attention to the messages. Sometimes the messages has been delivered, however, you're not hearing it. So it comes up like 5 times, 10 times for it to click in, okay? Pay attention to your dreams. Somebody was telling me the other day that they had a dream of a ton of snakes. And they're terrified of these snakes, black snakes everywhere. Slithery, dark, black snakes. And this person has a fear of snakes. And they told me that somehow, some way, I ended up in their dream. I walked up without a word. I didn't say one word. I was very silent in the dream. And apparently I was in the dream and I stood in the middle of walking towards these snakes, and 2 snakes. And this is a part of the reason as to why I chose to have this 2 snakes with a knock on it here present is for this person that's watching the video. She said, I was just standing there and these 2 snakes wrapped around each one of my wrists. I held my arms open with my hands closed, and the snakes wrapped around my wrists, and I just stood there in my present state, staring at this female that's watching me. You know who you are. And the snakes just slowly started dissolving away, and they disappeared. They went in 2 different directions, away from me and away from her. And those 2 snakes just stood there wrapped around my arms, and their tongues were just sticking out, causing absolutely no harm, but rather listening. So what that basically symbolizes, just a tad bit of information. I'm not going to get through the whole dream, but just a tad bit of information of what that symbolizes. You are in command of your fears. You are in command of that inner star and that inner spark. Are you going to let your fears take over you? Will you let your inner spark guide you? That your fears just start slowly dissolving away. Okay? Feel the fear and do it anyways. Because you'll come to realize when you do it, it's not scary. It isn't what you thought it was. Our emotions, our reactions tend to be a little bit more drastic than the outcome in certain circumstances, okay? It's more so of how we react or how others react or vice versa or stuff like that, okay? Yeah, so I just feel that there's those messages coming up. The snake is very important during this time. Look up snake spirit message. Look up the Ouroboros. O-U-R. And then if you Google this time, Look up snake spirit message. Look up the Ouroboros. O-U-R. And then if you Google it, you'll be able to find it anyways. It's an ancient mystery. An ancient philosophy or an ancient idea. An ancient form of magic. The cycles of the earth. Magic is formed in the cycles of the earth. Okay? And if it does help you, what you can do is get yourself some black salt. Okay, I make my own, guys. If you're somebody that likes sage and you want to make your own, collect the ashes of the sage, put it in a jar, get yourself some, I use sea salt, put some sea salt, black pepper, charcoal, mash up the charcoal, put it in a jar. All right, and you get all that. And black salt works to protect you against psychic attacks. If you're somebody that's fearful of snakes and the energy of snakes, if you're fearful of transformation and change and letting go of the past, letting go of past identities, past experiences, past people, it may bring up anxiety for you. Black salt protects you against all the ideas, energies, and attacks from yourself, from other people, okay? You tell it what to do, it will do it. All right? So thanks for watching for this week. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great full moon. And we will connect next week.